Well, welcome, folks, to the r/RapBattles podcast. This is episode 6. We're doing our recap of NOME 10. We've got a great panel for us for discussion today. Some returning guests, and we have one new guest here today. Starting off, we got Infamous. Infamous, how you doing today?
Man, doing all right, brother. Enjoyed the event. Feeling good.
Lena, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Our goal today is our goal today is that Lena's going to say more than 10 and a half words. Last week, you good?
That's exciting.
All right. Our goal, last week, Lena's file was only 36 seconds for her track, and compared to about an hour for everyone else. Smoking on Goofies, how you doing?
Good, man. Ready to chop down these battles. You know what I mean? Politic this game.
All right. We also got Swag. Swag, how you doing?
The real hot take. What's up?
All right. Hot Take's not here with us yet. He might be joining a little bit later. He might also be at work. Yusuf, how you doing?
Yo.
All right. And joining us for the first time on this podcast, we have Opportunistic, a.k.a. Appa. How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. Free Saga, man. Ready to get down these battles.
Hey, free Saga. We'll be talking about Saga. We'll be talking about everybody. We'll be talking about every battle here that happened on Saturday. Let's waste no more time. Let's get right into it. Let's start off with Ultimate Madness, the $25,000 battle. The judges awarded Fonz the victory 2-1. I believe 3 of the judges had Fonz, 1 had Jay the Nightwing, and then the fan vote also had Fonz. Appa, since you're new here, how did you feel about Fonz versus Jay the Nightwing?
I felt like it was a slightly underwhelming from both sides, but I don't know if it was just because the energy was off or whatever it was. But I feel like Jay didn't start heating up until the second 2 rounds, and I feel like Fonz kind of put his all into the first 2, so it kind of made an interesting battle. I think it was like a very close battle, but I had Fonz in the first 2. I had him in the first clear and Edge in the second.
Lena, how do you feel?
For the first round, I had Fonz, easy. Second, I had Fonz as well, but that one was debatable. And then I gave the third to Jay, without any questions. Fonz killed it his first 2 rounds. I'm reading chat, and they're funny.
Amen. Let's go, Lena. Let's go. Do you think it was a good battle?
Oh yeah, I thought it was a good battle. Yeah, I just thought Fonz brought a lot more to the table.
This whole tournament, I've been feeling like Fonz was the real underdog. For sure, he was the real underdog.
No, that's a fact.
So it's really good. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's not being stupid marketed. Someone that is just a fucking average MC that's actually doing his job, though. Fucking get the win and pull through. So that's dope to hear.
I think Jay is the better battle rapper, but tonight Fonz just happened to be, you know what I'm saying, better in the first 2. I think that's all it really came down to.
I'm disappointed in Jay. He was set up probably perfectly to get this opportunity in this 25K, and he kind of just like shit the bed. I like the third round. I like this third round, but the gimmick was hella weird to me.
Are you talking about the Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah, all that stuff was weird as hell.
I liked it. I feel like he ran it too long. I feel like he did it a little too long. If he cut it, like, it got awkward to him at a point. It was like, okay, we get it. You can go back to rapping.
He was in his bag, and then he threw the little rag thing at Fonz, and I'm like, yo, what am I watching?
I liked it. I thought it was creative, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted out of a last battle. I wanted to see some creative shit. But I think, and maybe part of it's because I already did it, you know what I'm saying? Quick plug. I'm the GOAT. But I think the thing that really pushed it over for me was the fact that Fonz's gimmick with the chef shit was better. Better written, better performing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you know, I understand the wing thing. Like Rita said, I understand. I'm a chef, so he won that round clearly.
Oh yeah, you know I like plants. Y'all know I like plants, and that's significant for the voting.
Yeah, Infamous. You said that you did not have a lot of experience watching either of these guys, and you didn't watch a lot from Ultimate Madness. How do you feel about it?
Right. So I'd seen the only other battle I've seen by Jay, he choked. The battle itself, I didn't think it was very good at all. You know how I feel, man. That shit was like
It was like
Matt Light, like these people are regular. I don't think either of them are like going to be top tier anytime soon. What I will say though, I think people were really sleeping on Jay's first round.
I
I
agree.
still think Fonz won clear, but people made it seem like it took a while for Jay to heat up, and I don't think that was the case at all. But yeah, I really don't have much to say about it. It was an all right battle, and again, I really am with the sentiment that if it was 25,000 on the line, that shit was just not 2 weeks prep or not. It just wasn't it whatsoever.
Word to Uncle Ra. This is not a $25,000 battle.
It wasn't. What do y'all think of him calling out Shine though?
I guess he just is tired of winning. I don't know what's like. I don't know why he called out Shine so bad. I wouldn't have did that, but
That's a bad matchup, and it's just an unrealistic matchup. You know what I'm saying? That would be like a prospect fighting for a title. You know what I mean? He just won Ultimate Madness 2. They should probably throw him on a rookies versus vets card. That shit would be dope.
That's what that
No,
battle is.
that's what it's for.
yeah, that's what he wants for
winner
rookies
of,
versus vets.
Ultimate Madness
apparently.
is to choose their opponent for.
Not K Shine though, bro. Not K Shine, bro. K Shine will kill him.
I was gonna say I understand why Fonz wants K-Shine because I think Fonz is thinking, well, I punch a little harder than K-Shine, it's gonna work. But K-Shine does so much other stuff besides punch that it's not going. All Fonz really does is punch. So I don't think it's going to turn out well for him.
Great either.
Yes, I don't think it's going to turn out that well for him.
I mean, what was K Shine's last battle?
Charlie Clips, wasn't it?
Well, there you go. Calling out Shine ain't that scary.
Unless we like are counting the quarantine things because he did battle towards the quarantine.
But before that, it was $3.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shine's beatable. I mean, don't act like he can't win, but it's
Last
risky.
time I was on rookies versus vets, he lost. He battled Wavy, he lost. So it's possible.
But I think Wavy counters Shine's style well. I think Wavy is like he counters the puncher style well because he's entertaining. Whereas Fonz versus Shine is puncher versus puncher with personality and performance and angles. So I think it's just going to overwhelm Fonz with his skill set.
Facts.
But he could prove wrong.
We've been talking about for the longest time since the tournament really started about Fonz asking for Av, and obviously Av is undergoing some health concerns. Again, big ups to him. Hope he's pulling through.
He said he's doing better and that he's might be out within the next couple of days.
Yeah. So yeah, big ups to Av. Hope you stay on that trajectory. Hope you stay recovering and getting back to where you were. It makes me wonder how soon we're going to get rookies versus vets, because I would expect rookies versus vets to come after Ultimate Madness 2. What do y'all think?
I agree. It should be the
Facts.
next card.
Facts. It should be the next card.
Hopefully get Summer Madness first. Summer Madness first, then rookies versus vets too.
Yeah, maybe give the rookies some time to recharge because they just do, not all of them. Some of them got eliminated rather early, but Jay and Fonz just did a battle every 2 weeks for the last month and a half or 2 months. Maybe a little time for them, but yeah, rookies versus vets should be soon enough to capitalize on the momentum.
Does anyone have any other closing thoughts as far as Fonz versus Jay the Nightwing?
I really like Fonz bar in the third, even though I had Jay winning the third, because I've never heard a puncher say something like this. So all I do is punch, then block it. I thought that was such a simple but effective rebuttal to that criticism of him. I'm surprised nobody said something like that before, unless I missed it.
A lot of quotables on both parts. I really like Jay's bar in the first round. Key picture.
Oh yeah,
accident.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh man, that first round, even though I have Fonz up 2-0, the first is so debatable. I'm not mad at anybody who had Jay.
Oh, and we got Dan the Monk. Dan likes plants up in here. Oh, real quickly, how do y'all feel about Rita saying she likes plants?
I'm upset about it.
We're not gonna let that slide. We're not here to let that slide.
What does that got to do with you judging a battle?
Nah, it's called personal preference.
Rita said a bunch of things. She said she had Jay winning the first because he was loud. She had Fonz winning the second. She had Fonz winning the second because she made chicken before, so she related.
Yo, quick plug to my nigga Appa's SoundCloud, bro. Check out him or Ultimate Swagness.
Ultimate Swagness.
Rita's fucking vote was just like that shit, giving votes for stupid shit like plants, whatever.
I thought Swag's presence was very good,
Swag's
so I gave Swag that battle.
So I gave him the battle.
Okay, moving forward onto the next battle on the card. Yusuf already said it. It was probably the body bag of the night. We've got Mike P versus Saga. This was a pretty common pick amongst us for what was expected to be battle of the night that turned into absolutely not that. It turned the absolute opposite.
Point blank period. Mike P showed up all 3 rounds. It's very, very unfortunate that Saga just. I don't even. I can't. I don't even know what to call it. He didn't get 2 rounds off, so for me, there's just not much more to say. It doesn't take away from Mike P, but the battle overall just wasn't very good. Saga kind of killed himself, especially with his 3rd round. It could have hit a lot harder if we didn't already go into it with the mind frame that he already lost the battle,
Right.
and then he kind of stumbled through that as well because he was already choked up from what happened beforehand. And yeah, I mean, Mike P was just comfortable. That's really all I have to say about it.
Dan said Saga was fucking the money up, and it was arguably his biggest shot so far career wise. How do we feel about that? Do we agree? Do we disagree?
Yeah.
I wanted the NOME look for so long, and you can't just sit down, go on the NOME stage, and then be like, "Oh yeah." But with that being said, I gave Saga the battle because he's Christian, and God loves me.
Okay, Hollow.
Right.
Talk about it, Rita. Talk about it.
Nah, but for real though, like I was so disappointed because of course Mike showed up. I never expected to see Mike choke. I don't think Mike ever he may stumble and get it back, but he don't choke. So I knew Mike was gonna pull up with like his best. And like I'm very, very, very happy because that was my exact prediction, except it was 3-0. And contrary to popular belief, I hated that 3rd round. I didn't like that 3rd round from Saga. I thought it was corny. Cause it's like it's not genuine. Like he did the whole police thing because he thought the Black Lives Matter thing is currently going on and he's facing some guy with the last name Police. So they're like, oh yeah, so let's do this and let's do this angle. It's like taking the white angle against a battle rapper. I found it very cringy.
I can agree with that.
I give that round to Saga on the rewatch. Like, the only problem I had with it was that you're doing it after you already choked 2 rounds away. So it's like,
Yeah.
shit, man, it's just awkward to watch. But it was solid.
And I also found it really awkward that guy kind of just stood there and like just like it was awkward. So I'm like, yo, bro, can you leave now? And then he arrested Saga, and I was like, all right, bet.
Free Saga.
Free Saga.
It makes me wonder what he was thinking when Saga was stumbling through that 3rd round. I was like, man, he probably didn't get paid enough for that shit. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't give him nothing out the second half.
And I feel like the importance of a NOME is kind of understated because like I was watching this NOME with 2 of my friends that literally don't really watch battle rap. Like they was watching for daylight. So I had to explain to them who Saga and Mike P was. And I'm hyping up this battle. Like, yo, this is going to be a battle of the night. Like these dudes are fired. They've been earning their spot for like years. They deserved this look a while ago. And so for Saga to do that, it hurt even more for me because I'm just like, damn.
For
bro.
real, a lot of fans were behind this matchup. Like I remember like maybe Mike P and Saga wasn't on the card, like the official flyer or something like that. And everybody on Twitter was tweaking out like, yo, where is Mike P and Saga? Where is this? This is you know what I mean? It was in contention to be a great battle, and it was a great battle. I only seen the first 2 rounds.
Like I could have told that he was about to stumble, about to choke because he kept like running the same line back 3 times.
He stumbled on his slogan. His slogan is Almanac, let's state flax. He said, let's state plaques. And I was like, bro, that's your slogan. It's like a go up.
So bad that I thought my stream was legitimately skipping. But no, that man was just choking. It was just.
He had a crazy bar in there too where he did the mic check problem. He said,
But he choked right after it. And I was like, come on.
he choked in
Saga,
the next bar after. I was like, damn.
It's like the twerk syndrome when twerk does like bars about not choking and then he choked.
Yeah, and then he'll choke like the next round. It's like, oh damn, twerk.
To be honest, I wanted Mike to win no matter what, so I was streaming it in TYS, and like when Saga choked that 2nd round, I busted out laughing, but I feel bad for him now.
Shout out to Mike P though. Shout out to Mike P because he was fire.
Yeah. Those were some nice rounds. Those were some quality rounds. Those were good.
We got Lockhart in the building. What up, Lock?
What's up?
I don't really have a lot to say for Saga. His 3rd round was okay, but he still choked a little. I liked the angle, but I think it was corny as well. So for Mike's 1st round, he had the Saga continues. I make a long story short bar. I thought that was fire.
That was crazy.
Fire.
And then he had his 2nd round. He had the pleased to meet ya, peace to meet ya, Little Caesar pizza. That was cute.
Fire.
Crazy.
And then he had the Twitch streamer bars too. I thought that was fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I only caught it because my friend was in there. He like streams. So he was like, bro, Dr. Disrespect. And I was like, I don't know, bro.
If they testing for the coronavirus and I up the nose,
The energy after his third round slogan was like one of the best things like of the night. He's like, keep coming with
I
that
love
lost
that
mentality.
shit.
And then he was like, and I'm here to show that I'm the fucking GOAT. All y'all suck. And I'm like, oh my.
I don't want to keep talking about Saga because we should be talking about the win.
Yeah, let's stop talking about Saga. So y'all seen that Mike P cried in his 50th Fame interview? Yeah, he was talking about like he was like it's all about like his kids and stuff, and it's like that's all he's doing it for. And to get this look was so important to him. So he was like crying and stuff.
It was kind of beautiful though, because it was beautiful because you can see how proud he was of himself with his own performance, but you can also see how like disappointed he was because he's like really Saga's bro.
Yeah, his stock went up a lot after this battle. He deserves a fat battle neck. For sure.
A fat battle? No, he does not need T-Top. Stop giving him fat battle.
No, yeah. He don't need T-Top.
He already battled T-Top.
Yeah, he looked so mad as Saga was choking the round away. I was like, damn. But I think Nexi should get Geechee Gotti. Just give him the Geechee look.
Well, technically, Nexi's got Ryder, so you better start preparing.
Oh god, I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see it either, bro.
This can go really bad for Mike. Because if Mike has a good performance here and somehow messes up and chokes away the or like messes up during the Ultimate Madness and actually loses to Ryder, that can like offset everything he just did.
Facts. That can set him back crazy.
Because that's kind of what happened when I think he beat Suge and then the young.
I had him beating Cannon. I had Suge 2-1, but it's a debatable battle. It's not like a body like people say. People was kind of gassing it.
I hated Suge. Suge was getting overgassed, but anyways.
Mike P was punching. Like I was like, damn. Because I think that's a criticism Mike P gets is that he does everything but punch. He was punching this battle.
That's a fact. We're gonna jump the gun a little bit in the statement. I think he had the third best performance today.
Third best. You can even argue second. You can argue second for real, but I gave him third best.
Number 2 and number 1.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I want to point it out. So as Lena mentioned, she took elite notes. Lena, what did you say for Saga's first round?
I said I didn't have a lot to say.
Neither did
he. Neither did
I wonder why.
Damn.
I remember. Yes, when we were watching it, all Lena said was, "Round 1, Saga. Yikes!" That was
it. Damn, Lena.
Yikes.
It pisses me off because his second round he was cooking when he said that if anybody can understand the struggles I go through, I'm sure you can. And then he choked right there, and I was damn.
But he kept choking on fire shit. What was wrong? The fact that he choked that first round,
he said,
I had no
if you think we're gonna let you win, police, I need a search warrant.
Yeah, it's one thing when a battler chokes because they're unprepared, and it's just like, wow, you should have prepared better. But it's another thing when you can tell the person is just nervous as hell. Like you can tell Saga was just nervous.
He's like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Facts. He looked like very like tentative, like nervous as fuck.
And it's a snowball effect. Once that first stumble or choke comes out, then you gotta mentally ground yourself. Be like, nah, chill. And he couldn't do that. And it just got worse and worse. And I was like, God damn, like it's over.
Saga was one of the last people I thought would choke here.
Yeah, I thought Mike could have choked. Mike stumbled.
Hey, it all makes sense. Saga always beats himself.
Speaking of that, Mike P. bar was fire. The punch bar was crazy.
Yeah, that was fire. You just in a room with lights off,
still beating yourself.
And then Lena posted second round.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Saga round 2. Yikes times 2.
And I told myself I was gonna take notes too, but I was like, I'm enjoying these battles too much, and I'm just eating and like.
Salute to Mike P, and then also Saga man. I think you know what you got to do.
Who we got in the tournament? Yeah. He got Holmesy the guy. He got Holmesy.
I think
Holmesy the guy.
Holmesy, my bad. You're right.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Oh shit, beloved sauce is here.
Hey, we got sauce in the building.
Yeah, Saga better bounce back and have a fire.
I feel like if Mike P had this battle was going to go, he wouldn't have jumped in that Ultimate Madness or something like that.
Like we should get a plate.
Yeah.
I feel like he got hurt. Yeah.
You think I'm gonna let you win, police? Where's the search?
What are we thinking for? So after Ultimate Madness, depending on how that goes, are we thinking Rock or T-Top next for Mike P?
T-Top.
Rock.
I think he battled T-Top on the roof. It just hasn't dropped yet.
No, it didn't happen.
It didn't go down.
It never happened.
Nah, I want Rock versus Mike P. That's good.
I'm sure it didn't happen.
I didn't know it was scheduled, to be honest.
Yeah, it was scheduled for the
the,
quarantine shit
Quarantine
with
rooftop
Geechee and
Yeah, but it
Rooftop
never
battle.
happened. I think it got canceled like 2 weeks after the card was announced.
damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, I want to see Mike versus T-Top. Then honestly, I think Rock got a lot of matchups that he has to do. I think coming up apparently.
Yeah.
It's not closing verse. Like fuck a casket, throw this bastard in the back and throw her.
I hate
Now let me put it in.
He sound like every aunt from the South that smokes cigarettes.
I heard that shit. That shit had me dying. All right, Geechee Gotti versus
Yeah, let's
Averb.
move on to Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti versus Verb.
Oh man,
How do we feel?
fire.
I don't like what people are
I had
doing.
Verb winning originally, first watch.
I don't like this whole narrative because maybe it's not like prevalent, but I've seen a lot in the chat during the battle, like saying that like Geechee was killing Verb. I don't like that narrative at all. It's a close battle.
No, that was straight false. At best, it's debatable. But the first watch, I had Verb. First watch, I had Verb winning it. The second watch, it was even clearer to me. Geechee was not getting through his material that clean.
Geechee was stumbling a lot. But he was bouncing back. He was stumbling.
He was doing that thing. He was doing that thing he always does, you know. But it was still fire.
Bars stop, run it back.
Oh, where
that shit.
where he's not really nervous, but he's just tentative to touch the material. It's really
like
weird.
The JC syndrome where every time he hears a sound, he stops.
How did y'all call that battle? I had it 2-1 first and third, but I even think Verb might have taken that second too.
Same 2-1 first and third.
First round, I had Verb with the edge. I was in the minority. I'm the only one I saw say that in my chat. I said Verb 1-0, and they was like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I got Verb 1-0. I don't know what y'all hear." It is second round. I actually had Geechee winning the second round. Not like clear, but that's the only round I was confident in. It was like, all right, Geechee got second. Yeah. And then the third is a debatable. I edged it to Geechee, but I see most people edging it to Verb. So I see people giving Verb the first and third.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Geechee 2-1, second and third, like barely.
I got Geechee with the very, very, very gentleman third.
That seems to be the consensus for a bunch of people, and I was surprised.
I'm shocked to hear that.
Is there anything like with the first round? Why do you think Geechee won the first round since you have him as a gentleman 30?
Averb suffers from how I feel about Lux. And sometimes he just don't be saying nothing. Like he just be rapping, but not saying a word. Yeah. If you understand what I'm saying. Like that's my gripe with all those like rippy rappers, because they rap, but they won't be saying nothing.
Yeah. It depends what you're listening for real. It really depends what you're listening for.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I can't speak to like the bars. I don't remember them all, but I think this Verb was better than the Verb against DNA. I thought it was better than the Verb against Lux. So I don't necessarily buy into, Geechee being better in that first round from what I can remember.
Yeah,
at all. I thought the first round was the clearest round of that battle, and I thought Verb got it clearly.
Yep.
The second's debatable. I had Geechee personally, and then of course the third Verb as well.
Yeah, I think it's really a preference battle because Geechee has that style that URL like locked in. It's like punchline. Even though he's not a heavy puncher, I guess he's consistent with always having a punch. Whereas Verb's more imagery and like flow patterns, rhymes. So like some people don't like that. Like some people listen to him like oh yeah, I punch and he's ass. You're not saying no. So like it really depends what you're listening for.
So to be real, do you feel like you're a little bit biased for Geechee?
Yeah, I feel like I'm personally biased towards Verb's style just because I'm kind of like falling out of love with the whole punchline thing. But at the same time, I can appreciate when it's done well. Like I thought Geechee's second was my favorite like round. I think in the battle was Geechee's second. I thought Geechee kind of spazzed in the second, but Verb was cooking in his first and third, and I think Verb was cooking in the second as well. And I was surprised people weren't fucking with it in the TYS chat I was in. I was surprised people weren't fucking with it.
I thought he was cooking like crazy all three. I'm mad I didn't take notes on the second watch, because Verb is a hard person to quote.
Yeah, he's very hard to quote.
But I don't know. I thought he was just flaming. You know what I'm saying? Like the Crip angle, I thought was fire as fuck. God tier.
Oh, the Pyru.
Yeah, the Pyru stretched the eye like Pyru.
Goodness.
The top tier versus God tier. I thought that shit was fire. What'd he say? He said, first thing you gotta do is get rid of those thoughts that you're not gonna die. there was so much shit Verb had. I thought was just
Yeah,
incredible.
Verb says stuff that's
I thought he
not.
got those first and
Yeah,
third.
Verb he majors of saying stuff that's not necessarily a punch or not necessarily like crazy, but it still like hits like the versus Squirt. He said, "I take your scariest thoughts and make children's movies out of them." Like it's shit like that. It's just like damn. Like it's not like it's like a clever layered punch. Yeah, but it's like crazy.
It's not a punchline or nothing. It's not a punchline. It's illustrative. It's like you can see it in your mind. Like, and so that's why people, you know what I mean, really buying that style, because Verb just be talking sometimes, man. You can see that shit in your head while Geechee got that entertainment factor. So, you know what I mean? It's easy digestible. Like you can easily understand, you know what I mean, Geechee shit and fuck with it. Verb, you gotta sit there and think about it a little bit like, goddamn.
I think one thing that I find very interesting about this Averb versus Geechee, and this is typically the mark of a good battle, is that it can go all four ways. And I've seen so many different people saying who got what rounds. Me personally, I had Verb first and third. No. I'm sorry. I had Verb first and second. I hated Geechee's second. I thought it was, I thought the setup took too long. I thought the whole your mom is a lesbian thing. I thought that was just unnecessary and not very well executed. He ended it, or no, he had a strong middle with flipping his own slogan. And I think actually, if that were, I think that if that were in a venue, I thought that would have hit a little bit better, just because I think people grasp onto things that are easily grasped. People can easily grasp onto, like just repeating like "use a bitch." I thought Geechee's second, or I thought Geechee's third was his best round. I thought this was a pretty weak Geechee overall, but a very strong Verb.
I don't know. First watching it, I think I had Geechee. I want to say second and third. I like Geechee's angles in the third. I like Geechee's angles a lot in the third. I bet if I go back right now, I would have Verb winning. But so I think it's a super debatable like preference style battle that I think I will always change on who I think I have winning.
Yeah, and again, I think that's the mark of a good battle. Lena, how do you feel?
So for first round, I had Geechee. Debatable, but neither of their first rounds really like stuck with me. Second round, I had Verb. I liked his bar. He said, "Street people never been too photogenic. It's hard to pose." I thought that was fire. Then he had something about law school, and then obviously the bar after bar. After it's explained, I get it. The third round, I also had Verb.
You know what? It really could go either way, so I'm not mad at anybody.
Would we say that this is the most debatable battle of the night?
Yeah,
Easily.
because and I knew that going into it. It's such a styles clash.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the only debatable battle of the night.
I agree. Fire, trash.
And also, also, this is the least prep time of any of the battles. So they added this the last minute to the card. Like the card was done, and then like a week later, it was like, nah, we're gonna add Geechee and Verb because they finally found Geechee an opponent. Because Clips was like, nah, it's 30 days prep. I ain't doing it. And Goods was like, 30 days prep. I got here, and Calico was like, you need a fully prepared wizard. So they was like, all right.
Verb showed why he's god tier to me.
Yeah, no one else on Verb's level was doing that in 30 days. I don't think none of those other like people of his era.
I'm so confused. Why did Clips not take 33 days prep like he don't freestyle through half his battle?
Because he doesn't do that no more. He knows who he can and can't play with. I feel like Geechee's one of those people where if Clips tried to freestyle, he'd make it debatable. But if Clips wrote for Geechee, it would be like a Twerk versus Clips situation. And I think that's what Clips is looking for.
So let's roll right into it. Daylight versus Tay-Rock. Daylight's return. Let's start with Swag, because Swag had a very interesting prediction for this battle, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Before anything, I would like to apologize to Daylight. God damn it. I did not expect that. That was so unexpected. Like when he started rapping in his first, I was like, oh Lord, it's gonna be a long night, man. So yeah, I got Daylight with the gentleman 30, but I'm not gonna say Rock was terrible because Rock was actually really good. I feel like Rock would have beaten anybody else like with those rounds. Man, I said this too. I said Daylight been sitting on material for a long time. He might have something, and he did have a lot. But I'm not even disappointed in Rock. Rock did his thing. So
that's a fact. I want to say this, like starting off with flowers to Rock. That was the greatest Rock I've ever seen. Rock very nearly, like he barely avoided a coffin. He was great enough to, you know what I'm saying, avoid getting bodied. Clear 30, no body bag. That shit was incredible, man.
This battle was a true display of what could have been for Daylight for a very, very long time. When I heard this announcement, I figured, all right, we're gonna get Daylight doing a bunch of rock flips, some nursery rhyme shit, and he's gonna have some gun bars and shit, right? Wrong. Yo, this might be the best
I think it
Daylight we've
is,
ever seen.
easily.
That is better. That's better than the chill Daylight, and that was, if not the best day we'd ever seen. He had so many different levels here. He was funny. He had bars. He had name flips. He had multis. He was calling people out.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is where we have a big discussion about our boy Lux and our boy Day. What are we doing here, man? That was fire. That was crazy. A good fight back from Rock. Rock made it competitive, and I respect that. Rock made it competitive, but that is a different level. That's a different level right there.
Yeah, I got to apologize to Rock.
That's the type of shit that inspires people to battle and shit.
Definitely, it's like Daylight's performance inspired me. Like I have a couple battles I was writing for. I scrapped some shit after that battle. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm rewriting. It's like that shit. I was like, holy shit. But fucking Rock, bro. I gotta apologize to Rock because I had Rock dying. I was like, Rock smoked. There's nothing Rock could do with Daylight. And even though I do have Daylight 3-0, bro, this might be one of the best Rock performances. Like I'm surprised Rock. Like Daylight spit 3 of the best rounds like I've seen. Like I've seen, like the best rounds I've seen. And for Rock to stand there and not die versus that, Rock would have beat anybody else. Rock would have beat Surf tonight. Rock would have beat Lux. Rock probably would have beat Mike tonight, bro. Like Rock was on one.
I would have beat Surf that night. Come on now.
I think Rock gets the award for the second best performance tonight, right after Daylight.
I probably
The
put Mike
second best.
Which is crazy. If he battled anyone else on the card, he could have won. But like Rock, and then Daylight is just Daylight exceeded the already sky high expectations that we had for him, which is crazy.
I mean, it was just clear as day. I think it was.
Wordplay.
I think Rock was good. Like I think Rock was good, but I mean, the bars were just there. Like the stuff I remember, I can't remember like a lot of the schemes, but like he had said some shit like he was like, "This shit finna be a piece of cake, Pizzagate. You should have known I'll eat the kid." That shit was hilarious to me. Like
that was early on. That was very early too.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah,
that was stupid.
He said something about by the time I show my street side, you already on the ground, Rock. Like he just like all the flips that he had was just like, you know, people have flipped the hell out of Rock's name at this point. And again, I got through every single round listening to Daylight thinking, damn. Like it was all fresh to me, you know what I mean? Like besides like the bedrock shit, but like someone I brought up in the chat earlier, you know, the Bam Bam Pebble shit, that shit was creative as fuck to me at least.
Man, he said in the first round, I think, on the first day, Fiend and Crackhead, I'm coming to get Rock. Second day, Unselfish Crackhead, I'm coming to split Rock. He had so much shit in those 3 rounds. It's just, god damn.
That whole third round was crazy. He said, "Oh, you joined gun titles, but who? Mr. Cox behind him." It all makes.
Yo, so I was having a conversation earlier with Yusuf, and like, so we all know, you know what I mean? Daylight's okay. Basically, that is basically like the gay jokes trainee version of okay. Like everything was a bar about that shit, and it was just it was hilarious, man. I don't know, man. That shit was just crazy, dog. That was different, man.
Shitload to highlight. I just love this part for some reason. They said I can't kill Rock with nursery rhymes. Bow, kiss Rock the vibe, baby.
He performed hell out of that too.
Yeah. My favorite part of that whole angle in the third was that you said you be going in, but hold on, you really like that? It all makes sense. Like he was. Rock's response had me dead. Rock was just like, "That's weird."
Really meant that.
Bro, Daylight did a damn solar system scheme for a good, I want to say 64 bars. I just kept going.
That's a fact. And then Rock did one in the same round, but it was just objectively inferior.
if you wanted to like really like give Rock a pity round, even though like I don't think he deserved a pity round because he was still fire all the rounds. I guess you could try to argue the second, but I still like I still got Daylight 30. But
on the rewatch, I thought that exact thing, Alpha, but then Tay-Rock went into the solar system shit.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my god, like they got the same shit, but it's just not nowhere near as good. I don't know, clear 30.
yeah. I just think the first and the third is like clear.
Tay-Rock narrowly avoid.
Hey, I love Daylight to death, but I cannot believe he said when you and Ivor.
Yeah, but it was like a whole. That was a lot with it. I ain't mad at that one line.
For filler, that's not bad. He had like 3 or 4 bars that were like not crazy.
Yeah, well, the whole scheme itself was fire. The
Yeah.
whole scheme itself was stupid.
I like the Nitty call out too.
I just want to bring attention to one line that Lena mentioned. And when Daylight said, seeing a man go apeshit and reverse the Darwin theory.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was
fire.
crazy.
I
That
lost
was
my mind.
fire.
I lost my mind.
Lena, you said you got a lot to speak on, so speak your piece.
Yeah, no, just like the little things, like the name flips in the first round. He had a Dust Rock archaeologist. I just thought that was dope. Yeah, we already said the Mount Rushmore. I thought that was fire. His whole solar system scheme was crazy. I can probably take rocks, paper with scissors. I thought was cute. And then he had like Linkin Park, You Soft Rock. I thought that was dope.
Damn, I didn't even catch that one.
I know
He
said
had,
that.
he had a lot of shit in there. I caught on the second watch.
He ran
That's
that
fine.
bar back and was like, "You so soft, I got to probably take rock paper with
Scissor.
scissors." And I was dying.
Yeah.
Rock was going.
I mean, it just seemed like every fucking bar with him.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. Off the rewatch, I gave Rock the first.
He rock.
It just
I
was too
thought
many.
on rewatch
It was
even
too
clearer
many
for Daylight.
haymakers. I don't know. Like just off the rewatch, it felt like too much for Daylight's first. I don't know.
Yo, the rewatch, I like Rock second a lot.
I thought the only round that Rock could have got was the third because Rock turned up his energy there.
Rock made it competitive all three.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just the content was just too different.
Daylight going first made it crazy. Because when Daylight went first, I was like, this Rock is dead. Like Rock's not, and then Rock started rapping, and I was like, holy shit, okay, Rock. And then the second round goes, I'm like, oh, he's dead, he's done. And then Rock starts rapping in the second. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? I felt like Rock with the chain. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? We ain't gonna take nothing from Tay-Rock because he was the second best tonight.
Rock was Rock. He does. You know what you're getting when you go into a Rock battle. You getting shot at. He's gonna flip your name. He's gonna shoot you. You know that. But he did some day flips and some light flips I hadn't heard, like the take his head off and sit day by day, like the fucking split him in half. That's twice a day or something like that.
When I put this neon light, oh yeah, split him in half. It's twice.
Dance game at the arcade. I put hands and feet on like everything go dark when I put this neon light. I was
neon light.
like, I was like,
Tay-Rock was going
Hold
crazy.
on though. Hold on though. I gotta bring attention to this. Tay-Rock. Whatever you said photosynthesis was, that is
chill,
not
that happens all the time.
photosynthesis.
Chill. Don't do that.
Bro,
It's
there's
trash
no,
every time
no,
too.
no,
It's
no.
trash every time too.
Yeah, there's no, dude. At the end of the day, like, look, I understand this shit is hard. All right, I understand how hard it is writing bars and memorizing it and taking it. But get your first things first, get your information correct, and second things second, we have the internet, we have Google, we have these tools that we can use. We have resources that will make sure your information
You know
is
what's
correct
you
and
know what's
valid.
crazy about the
Photosynthesis is
bar
when
is the cameraman.
Yeah.
The cameraman kind of reacted to that bar. Like he kind of shook around when you said that bar.
it sounded
Yeah,
funny.
like the cameraman reacted to that bar. But I
Hey.
said the
Like
same
Rock
thing.
had another bar that didn't make sense either. Like Rock when he was doing the cheese scheme, he said Swiss cheese nose, that's a mozzarella stick. And I was like, how does Swiss cheese make it a
Yeah, he had a
mozzarella
few reaches
stick?
in there.
But I was like, all right, whatever, right? I didn't even catch that until today when I
I
watched
don't know,
it back.
but
I don't remember what round it was, but he had one line that was crazy. I think he had said like you thought you'd be champ at King of the Dot at Hideouts. Black lives do not matter in that White House. That shit was
that
fire
was
to me.
nuts.
If that was in a big room, dog, oh my goodness.
yeah, I think if
That
we
would
would've
have
said
shook
it,
the room.
our conversation would be different if this was a big stage.
Yeah.
On a big stage, that battle would have been like an hour long, honestly.
That Rock could have beat a lot of people. Some of the highest tiers for real. It really could have. That was a good Rock.
Yeah, I hate when people say nobody lost or they both won, but honestly, with the expectations for both of them, they both exceeded expectations. And Rock did not die, and everyone had him dying except for like his really low
But
scores.
again, like Rock didn't die. I want to point. He narrowly escaped the coffin because he was that great. Because if he
Yeah.
wasn't
I
that
feel like
great,
anybody else rapping that night would have been
Yeah.
in the coffin.
yeah,
Yeah,
facts,
anybody else that
against
night.
either of them,
I think like
against either of
Mike
them.
P maybe. I don't know. Mike P, he might have been like it might have been like okay, Mike P's fast,
Nah.
but he lost bad, but he's fast.
Like that third round, that third
Oh.
round from Day really like put a lot into like the atmosphere. Like you could feel it, bro. You could just feel it. Like Tay Rock reacting and shit. Like you could just feel it. So it was good that Rock didn't just crumble and succumb to the pressure in the third and just be like, oh well, he already zipped me up in the third. Let me just fucking get through my material. You know what I'm saying? He went in there and he was competing and it was good, man. It was
I
good.
don't think Rock ever felt like he lost. Honestly, I felt like he just kept rapping like
Rock
he had
gotta
a
know
chance.
he lost.
His
that
confidence
battle.
is so good. I really don't
That's
think
not
Rock
a battle.
thinks he lost. Like Rock's confidence is.
But you can take a loss like that. You can take a
You
loss
could, yeah,
like
I
that.
would take that loss.
Yeah, but Rock's confidence is a gift and a curse because he's so confident he doesn't realize when he loses. But that also helps because you don't have that feeling of damn I'm getting fucked up. Like Rock has probably never felt like that in a battle.
In all the recaps though, he seemed pretty like aware that Daylight was on his shit. Like like if LeBron James shows up and like drops 50 points, if you lose, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I look at it, right? Like we got the best Daylight. You lost,
Yeah.
like it is what
Like
it is.
exactly. Like you got the best performance.
And it's another
Never.
one of them preference things too. It's gonna be people that like just want the gun bars and they're gonna be like, oh, like think Daylight was saying that like she was. I like Rock. Like I Rock first, second, or second. Like it's going so people are still gonna like Rock fans and people that like that style are probably still gonna have Rock winning. But I think they like
Yeah, they're the 6%.
yeah, they're just because people voted for Rock. Yeah, people
steal Lena's notes because
K Shine said Rock
Lena
3-0.
pointed out a whole bunch of the bars.
I just want to K
Crazy.
Shine said Rock.
The menu shit fire.
The menu shit
He was
crazy.
trolling. He did not say Rock 3-0.
He said it in the caffeine chat. I don't know if he was trolling or not, but he said it in the caffeine chat.
Yeah, a lot of them were saying that. Trez said that too.
Well, Trez Cave Gang, so that doesn't count. The Trez Cave Gang, so it don't count. But
Yeah.
Shine said it, so I was like, what the fuck?
No, Trez Cave.
Briz Rothstein said Rock 3-0.
He's Cave
Yeah,
Gang.
Cave Gang.
Of course
Yeah,
he
Cave
did.
Gang is. I'm not counting
Yeah,
Cave Gang,
yeah.
but K Shine saying it hit different because I was like, what the fuck is K Shine saying it for?
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
turned
how you
up,
can
man.
have
They turned
Tay-Rock
up.
winning the battle, but I loved Tay-Rock's rounds. That's all I'll say. Tay-Rock said, I scream out, "That's light." Don't know if I found him or said a gun bar.
Yeah.
That's the bar everyone knew was coming, and he still worded it in a way that nobody figured that out. Like everyone knew he was going to say a "That's light" bar, but he did it creatively. I didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, that was
I was
incredible,
like,
man. I gotta watch that shit a 4th time. Just best battle of the night, easily.
Let's roll into our main event. Okay, we had Sue Surf versus Loaded Lux.
Lux 30. I don't want to say much because Surf my favorite battle rapper. I'm kind of hurt about it, but
All right, well, let me say something real quick. Like not even like on my opinion and shit like that, but like looking at like the time situation and all that. Personally, I had Surf win in the second round clearly, and we can get into that later if y'all want to talk about it. But what I will say is Surf's second round went for 4 minutes and 45 seconds, so he went to the time limit in that round. So when he had the entire round of material, it was not even, I'm not gonna say it's not even close, but he could fight, right? And so a big part of him losing was his performance.
I like Surf's second a lot. He had a lot. Honestly, the whole night he had plenty of good material. Like I feel like if he would have went through all his material, he would have won. Honestly, because I wasn't too impressed by Lux, but he was too choppy. It was just too choppy. Plus the audio was fucking up. I couldn't really.
And on
Lux's
rewatch, he
third
choked in the
was
first. I thought he
fire
just like kind
to
of
me.
stumbled the
Yeah.
ending of his round, but now he choked bad in the first.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
a lot of people.
Yeah, real bad. It was just
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna go into the second round's material. Like that's how I heard it on the first watch. On rewatch, he just choked really badly. It was just embarrassing,
In
honestly.
the time, he cut it so short in the first, so you could tell who the time limits were for in the first. Because I swear, I might be tripping, but I swear his first round was like 3 minutes and then 6 minutes.
Yeah,
and then he
3.
was like, in the second round, I gotta watch it back because live, I thought Surf kind of like I thought he ended it awkwardly. I don't think he choked, but like it was something about the second round that threw me off the way he ended it. I'm not sure. I don't really remember because I didn't watch that one back yet. So I gotta watch it back. But it ended in the third.
It ended abruptly, but he didn't. I don't think he choked or anything like that. It was just just awkward.
Yeah, and then this third, he let's go, running back from the top, let's go, and just started rapping again like he just didn't rap 32 bars in it. I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, I ain't like that shit. That shit tripped me out.
He went 3.5 minutes with 2 stumbles, and on one of the like after the first stumble, he brought it all the way back. So that was like an entire minute of that three
They
and a
didn't
half
coach
minutes.
though.
So
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I guess it's a good strategy. But maybe if I just start from the top, I'll just do it over.
the crowd not being there helped him with the choking because he would have got fucking destroyed by the crowd.
I agree.
He said the crowd would have helped him in an interview afterwards. He said he felt
He
like
was complaining about the room because it's a big ass empty room and the echo and everything.
It kind of looked like in the first round that Surf was really getting frustrated. Like he was expecting reactions. This is something that I had assumed would happen with Rock and Surf because they so heavily rely on reaction. But it didn't happen to Rock. Rock rapped his ass off. But we did see the effects to Surf, and that's not having a crowd can hinder your style if you rely on reaction like that. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw Surf get frustrated in Jersey the first round.
I think that was a lot of our predictions going into it. The dudes who
Yeah, because Surf's usually the one that's like, shut up, I don't need a reaction, shut up, I don't need the gas, I don't need the gas. So him like, without the gas.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that though. Like he doesn't do that to not get reactions. He does that to get reactions.
Okay, I just saw through that like during this battle. I'm like, damn. But also, I think really like Surf was also nervous because he's like, bro, this is Lux. This like if I beat Lux, I could talk. Yeah, I could talk my shit forever. I could talk my shit forever. And I was like, I didn't get the vibes of somebody that was like, yo, I got this in the bag. I got the vibe of somebody that's like, yo, I need to be the best Surf ever to win. Like even down to his material being so good, but his delivery of it, I was like, this is more of a fear thing than of a I'm nice thing.
It was almost like he was trying to convince us. It was really weird, but
This reminded me a lot of the Rubando J Black thing. I mean Jay the Nightwing. I was hoping he'd get it together, but like it just never came.
And Rubando, I think in that battle as well was running on fear. He was like, "Shit, I got to be the best. I got to like go crazy," and that pressure got to him.
Yeah, it's like they seen the finish line and then stumbled. Like it's like, oh, I see it, it's right there, and then like they just couldn't.
That's a good point. Maybe he was like, he realized his
I guess
material was
his
so
lab-
good. He was like, "Bro, if I get through this, I can win." So now the focus is getting through, and then it's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, like they focused
Yeah.
too much on getting it out. That's probably what it
like
was.
rushing through
honestly.
material and shit, and just I don't know, man. It was weird, but Surf did his thing.
But honestly though, this is not to make excuses for Surf because he's been doing this for what 10, 15. Like he's been doing it for too long. Like he should know by now. Like and it's Lux. Like I can't make like Rubando's young, but I can't keep. You can't Surf. He knew what he got into. He knew what time it was.
I think Caps made a vlog and he was like, "What happens if Surf loses to Lux? Are we gonna just, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we just gonna not say anything about it? Is he gonna continue getting plates and shit?" Then we see what Smack said about 4 battles, 100,000. People think that he's getting underpaid. It's like, but Smack, a week ago, you was just bitching about not paying people that are choking and shit.
Yeah.
Like, Surf is a star, and regardless, people are gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna want Surf on a card, but just showed where he was kind of at. Choking the first round against Lux, it's not what I wanted to see. It's not at all what I wanted to see. Very underwhelming.
I was saying I thought Lux's third was fire, and I feel like people are focused too much on. Like we're not talking. I feel like his third was super fire. Like I wrote some stuff down in the chat, and I just felt like his shit was just ridiculous, and I feel like nobody's talking about it because of what happened to Surf.
I think the third round was the same round where he had the coronavirus. I forgot what the other thing was. I still got crazier lines or whatever. That shit was tough.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that
remember what he
shit
said.
was crazy.
Yeah, Walmart Popeye's chicken sandwich. I still got the crazier lines.
Yeah, I
That shit
think
was
people like expect so much from Lux that when he gives just a solid round, it's just like, what is this? Boo. But like I thought his first and second were solid as fuck.
No, on rewatch, I thought Lux was crazy.
Probably. I think what happened was that, after seeing that Daylight performance and knowing that those two got to see each other, like we expected that level of Daylight for Lux, and when he didn't show up, it just that well. It
Yeah.
just I don't know. It looked away.
On the rewatch, if you look at Lux's first round for Surf, I think that Lux can hang with Daylight. Like the Daylight that showed up, no problem. Like just go back, watch it, look at the bars. Lux's first was his best round. Second and third,
I'm gonna take your word for it because I haven't seen it yet.
If Lux don't come on his A game, sadly, that day can rule the world. That was crazy. That was crazy.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. I don't expect this type of daylight every single time.
I expect that daylight for Lux because you would be crazy to not think they're both riding for each other.
No, they are. I'm just this level. I don't know. Like maybe it's a level below at most. Maybe a level below, which is still great. Like
I think this event suffered from like a WrestleMania 25 syndrome, where like Rock and Daylight had that Shawn Michaels Undertaker shit, and it was like, yo, what's gonna follow that? And then Surf and Lux was Orton and Triple H. It just came out there and it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's not nearly as good. Like, I feel like that's what happened. Like, it just sucked the energy out the room. It's just a classic battle happening right before them. They had an underwhelming battle. Kind of also like affected the way people viewed the battle in general. Because watching back, Lux was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think people were like, does Surf deserve this battle? And that can be an argument for it. I'll say this. Both the Surf and the Lux fan bases are the Rick and Morty of battle rap fan bases. They go hardcore for their for the source of their fandom, and they will not hear otherwise.
That's me with Lux. That's me with Lux. Lux is Jesus Christ in the flesh. Beloved.
Daylight fans are the M fans.
Yeah.
Of battle rap. Daylight fans are the Diamond fans.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody shot Lux, he would swat the bullet out of this guy.
With that being said, it's time for me to piss off everybody watching this podcast. Surf 2-1.
He choked in
first.
You're
First
bugging.
and second.
First.
I don't. Hold on. Let me speak.
Let him speak his piece. Let him speak his piece. Let him get it through. Let him get it through. Go ahead, Swag.
I'll let y'all sing with Lux praises for 5 minutes. I gotta say what I gotta say. Basically, right? I don't think that the first round, what he did in the first round, the choke or whatever, was that bad in contrast to like an actual choke. I think it was more merely a stumble.
It was a jersey.
And the jersey at the end, I don't think that was like in regards to a choke. I think it was just like he wasn't feeling the vibe of the round. But I felt like the round was good, in my opinion, though. Second round was Surf's best round, obviously. Very nice material. I got him getting that. And the third round, I gave it to Lux because Surf did that.
I hope Swag know we all looking at Discord like, what's wrong with this kid? Like,
I'm listening to you, but my arms are
flaming me
crossed.
with our
I just want
minds
you to know
right
my
now,
arms are crossed, and I'm just shaking my head like left and right.
yo, Lena about to ground you,
Listen
bro.
to you. I was like, nah, you can't ground me for an opinion. No, Lena, we talked earlier. You said I can't get grounded or kicked for an opinion.
Yeah, I was talking to Dark Knight. Dark Knight was like, Swag got Surf
Made
on it.
this
I was like, man, I said, tell me when Swag turns 18. We fighting over this. So we got to fight over this, bro.
So Swag, was it the first round where Surf was like, I think he choked on this bar, but he was like, you had, Loaded Hollows, y'all had the lean shit, like they had a lean scheme or whatever in that 2-on-2, and he tried to like get on him about calling him a lost nigga and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that was a stumble, bro. I don't think that was a choke. It was weird. It was definitely weird, but I don't think it was a choke.
Where he was going with it was fire, but we didn't get to hear it because he choked.
Nah, he stumbled.
No.
He got it back, didn't he?
So he said the first
that
part
one.
of it, and he kept going with it, and that's where he choked at the end of the first round. Yeah, he mentioned how like he brought it up in the 2-on-2. He said one punch about it.
He said, "Are you an activist, promoting activists, or something like that?"
He brought it back and then ended up choking after he completed it.
I just feel like Lux was not saying a thing, bro. I just don't like the Lux was not saying anything to me.
Watch though.
I mean, he had his little punches. I think it was his third round. He said, "What you still doing here? What you want?" Lux got like that little aura about him, but I don't know. I just can't like bring myself to feel like Lux really be cooking like that.
That looked bad.
You're too young. You're too young.
The bot when he said that Fortnite, and then he said you a bot trying to mess with a computer science, like that was fire.
That was the second round, I think. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the second round, but that was fire. And it's not because it's a Fortnite bar, but it was fire.
Young shit. Surf had a good second round. I gave Surf the second round off the first watch, and I haven't rewatched this yet, but I thought that Surf actually had a good first two until the jersey, and at first I didn't even catch it as a jersey, and then afterwards, I thought about it, and that was a pretty obvious jersey, and regardless of whether or not it was, Lux won the first, and then Lux also won the third very clearly. People are like, "Oh, this Lux is falling." No, Lux was good. Lux was good. Lux was a good rapper this go around.
I saw on the subreddit that apparently every time Lux finishes a round or a battle, like after the fact, everybody says, "Oh, Lux has fallen off. Lux isn't as good as he used to be." And then after a few weeks, it's like Lux was incredible.
Lux has not been good for a while.
He was
That's
good
not
this
true.
battle.
He's tripping.
That's not
And I
true.
said it. Yeah,
I think
I
it's
said it in the
just off the
podcast.
first watch. It's recency bias is the issue.
Recency biases goes in that shit too, but we hold him to such a high standard. We hold him to
Yeah.
such a god tier standard. And we watched Daylight, 3 rounds of fucking amazing unscathed material right before that. We were all, you know what I mean? They were talking about it. They had a good build up to this thing. You know, they had a few press conferences and shit. We really expected something crazy here. A main event is supposed to live up to the main event.
You know what's messed up in the same on the same podcast, right? Y'all like, oh, Lux hasn't been good. Lux hasn't, whatever. Y'all just got into saying, whoa, we can't expect the same Daylight next time. Blah blah blah. Y'all are saying it's okay for Daylight to be not as good, but when it comes to Lux, oh, if he's not as good, that's fucking bullshit.
I said that.
No, I feel like y'all making excuses.
No,
for
I'm not
Lux.
making excuses. Like,
oh yeah, no, we just came off the Daylight battle, and Daylight was crazy.
But he was good in this battle, in my opinion.
No, he wasn't though.
A little bit above average.
I think when we listen to it one more time, we're gonna change our opinions. Honestly.
Rewind, find us more to
Just like
find,
with,
handsome.
I think I've listened to clips versus Lux so much times, and I still got clips winning, so I don't change my opinion.
Oh, you're bugging. Get the fuck out of here.
Tweakaholics.
The only battle that's ever changed my opinion was I watched Verb versus DNA. The first time I had DNA, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, I bet Verb won.
No, the same thing for me. Like, I had Verb versus
DNA
Lux. First time I watched it, I had Verb smoking Lux. On rewatch, it looks way different.
So on first watch of Verb and Lux, I had Verb in the third, Lux in the first, second, debatable. But watching back, I got Lux 2-1 first and second, and Lux second was crazy.
It looks.
Lux is someone
Lux is
who you
good on
have to
camera.
consider the rewatch with.
That's a fact. I'm gonna watch it back for my final opinion later today, because I think Lux was already good enough.
Just focus on the first round, dog. I swear, this first round was the best round from this battle.
I thought his third was the best because he had the what did he say? You lose battles, but you win the popularity contest. That shit was
I
hard.
think that was round 2. He said, I had the
Yeah.
hottest freestyle
Yeah.
ever on Funk Flex. Your I-95 shit don't compare or whatever. That shit was crazy.
I like that a lot.
The way he was aggressive.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't let Beloved finish his rounds, like a single one.
It's on Lux. It's on Lux for agreeing to it.
Yeah.
So he can't get mad about it.
What I was saying before the battle was that the time limit was agreed upon by both people. So it was supposed to be 6 minutes each round. Right? Y'all remember I had said that, right? Last podcast. And what I heard, like literally like hours after we did that podcast, I read that Surf didn't agree to that. Right? So that's why Surf's rounds were like 4 minutes. But Lux was rapping over time limit every round.
That's
and
not true at all. Go back and watch it. That's not true at all. They hard cut him every time.
Oh yeah,
we got the numbers. Infamous, can you pull it up again?
I was waiting for y'all to say that. Hold on.
We have the numbers.
Yeah, someone got the stats for the time.
Yeah.
Someone got the stats
Somebody,
for the
we
time.
have the
It's
numbers.
on. It's on. Let's
Yeah,
talk
I
battle
said that.
rap. Let's talk battle rap.
Yeah, we have the numbers.
Let's talk battle rap Twitter.
Yeah,
They
facts.
literally
They cut
cut
him
him
off
right on
Let's talk
time
battle
every
rap.
single time.
They cut
Every
him off
time
at
they
the
cut him
exact
off.
time all 3 times.
Okay, so please tell me what was the
Yeah,
first
he went
round was
6:15 and got
right?
cut off. Same
Yeah.
deal in the second round. 5 minutes, he got cut.
No,
No,
Lux rap
15-second
6:30.
grace is
Lux
nothing.
rap 6:30.
Yeah, he got
15
cut
second
off
grace.
every round.
Lux rap 6.
15-second grace is nothing.
He ain't go overtime, but
And
now
you can't bring
Yo,
right.
Wait, no,
So
Swag, hold up. How many bars can you get out in 15 seconds?
like the last
1.5?
ending of a fucking thing, bro. Like the final fucking part of a bar setup.
But that's the thing, though. We talking time limits, right? Y'all just say he ain't go over time limits, and now I'm saying he did go over time limits.
Okay,
And now you
hey,
saying,
with that
nah,
argument,
it don't matter.
so did Surf go under the time limits? Come on, man.
Yes.
All right.
Sheriff was under because remember I just he didn't agree to that. He was rapping 4 minutes. He rapped 4:15 for the first 2, and then 4 for the first.
Surf was saying he was never gonna rap 6 minutes if it was 6 minutes.
Right, and the
So it
second and
doesn't
third was 5 minutes, right? And Lux rapped
No, he
5:30
didn't. Nah,
both
stop.
rounds.
Quit that, dog. Quit that.
Even
Quit
if he
that.
did, usually time limits have a 30-second grace period anyway. Like usually it's.
But here's the thing, though. Y'all can't say he ain't go overtime, and then when I say he go overtime, y'all
Literally,
say I'm lying.
go pull that shit up. I swear.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull up the picture. But it's grace period.
I got
They
it.
cut
I
him
was
off
just
with the
screenshotting.
extra bit of grace period he had. That's it.
Exactly.
5 minutes plus a 30-second grace period. That's not exactly.
Yeah, but y'all can't say. You see, y'all just sat down there and said he ain't go over time limits. I said he was lying. I said the time limits. Y'all said I was lying.
No, okay,
And then when I
Swag.
said it over,
Objectively speaking,
you
he
said
didn't because they cut him off at the time limit.
In the first round, he went exactly 6:15.
objectively speaking, the time limit was 5 minutes.
If you're getting cut off at the time limit, you're not going overtime by definition.
He went overtime every
Oh,
round.
By a couple
He
seconds.
did.
I'm
I
looking at it
swear he
right
did.
Nah,
now.
bro, he got cut off each time. How can he go
Facts.
overtime if he's getting
Facts.
cut off?
It's better to over prepare for a battle than under
Facts.
prepare. Dude,
Cooling off, but
against
like,
in the first round, Surf came up a full 2 minutes short. That's a full 2
yeah,
minutes.
remember I just said Rob.
No, but when he was for 4 minutes material, it's clear.
Your Surf didn't have 6
It's
minutes
clear
of
he was getting
material.
into a scheme, but then Jersey did. Same for the third, actually.
Surf only went 440 in the second, so it's not like, he didn't have enough material to meet 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah, he didn't have it because look, when he actually did like, I think the second was clean, right? Or like almost clean, right? He had 415. He didn't have 6 at all.
Yeah, Appa just said either way, I don't think those 30 seconds per round would have changed the battle. It's a good point.
I'm not counting that grace period as a extra. That's going overtime.
I mean,
Like,
I do think
we're
I think
always
it's the
saying
grace period because usually they'd be like 2 minutes, 30-second grace period. So I imagine for 5 minutes you would still get a 30-second grace period. But even if then,
Smack is like, oh yeah, we did time limits is 6:15 in 5 minutes and 5 minutes with the other two, but he never said nothing about no like we'll let them go a little
That's-
over or nothing.
That's
So
like
I'm like, all right, he
understood
went
that you're
over
gonna,
time.
people reacting. You gotta stop your shit. Come on, I'm not mad at him. He should have prepared a little better. I'll say that much. I'll give you that. Expect that shit.
You should have prepared a lot
yeah, Surf
better.
should have prepared a lot.
No, not Surf. I mean
Lux,
Lux.
yeah, Lux,
I'm saying
Lux, yeah.
I'm saying Lux. Lux should have cut his shit down.
Lux
just
wasn't
a little bit
complaining though.
more.
Lux wasn't tripping. Lux was like, okay, damn.
In a lot.
I'm mad
In
at
a lot.
he was at his slogan at the last battle. Last bar. Fuck.
Yeah, Lux
And
had
then
one
he
more
beat
bar
that
and it
shit
was like,
out.
nope.
I was mad at that shit.
And they're like, yo, time,
I was so mad at that shit. Like, come on.
Nah, but I think y'all sleeping on it, but I think, and I'm not even trying to make excuses for Sir, but I definitely think Lux had a little bit of a slip up in one of the rounds.
His
too.
first.
I don't remember which round, but I remember him he set a bar and then hunched over and was like, damn.
I thought that was part of the
and then he got back up and got
That
it
was the
back.
second round, and I thought it was a part of the performance too. He looked down, he's like, oh damn, and then he immediately started rapping again.
Yeah, like I thought that was part of the performance.
Yeah, I don't know why he said, oh, damn, and they got it right back. He said, oh, damn, and then the light bulb flashed in his head like, there you go.
He lost that round anyway. That was the second round.
I got Lux 3-0, but that's that second is debatable though. I can see Surf.
Yeah, I had Lux 30.
Second is debatable, but I had Lux 302.
Yeah, I don't like this narrative that Surf died.
But it's different because this time Lux didn't do enough to kill him.
Yeah, Lux didn't kill Surf. He died, but Lux didn't kill him.
I don't know. It looked bad.
I mean, when you choke in the third and Jersey in the first, it's kind of hard to like. I don't know.
Facts. It's kind of hard to make an argument.
He basically he did a little bit cleaned up version of what Twerk did or Swamp.
Somebody said get Twerk versus Surf. Whoever chokes first has to retire. And I was dying.
Oh, bro, I don't know, man.
They're both going choking like the first rounds, bro.
Twerk can freestyle though. Twerk might just freestyle some bullshit real quick.
Surf 2-1.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Surf 2-1.
Lena, I know you said you didn't have a lot to say on this. What do you have?
Yeah, because she playing Call of Duty.
I have nothing to say.
Neither did Surf. Neither did Surf.
Damn.
I'm gonna just chalk that up as her saying she has Surf.
Let's talk about this then. So, assumedly, the next opponent for Lux will be Daylight.
He does not want to see that Daylight.
Daylight 30.
I need that in a small
The
room.
moment it got announced, I said Daylight was smoke or Lux. Now I'm really saying that shit, man.
Daylight 2-1.
Got Beloved 2-1. I feel like he analyzes the opponents.
I always figured Daylight would come weird.
I said I feel like he realizes that what he spit versus Surf would not beat Daylight. Like I don't think Surf. I don't think Lux would come in like these rounds for Surf for Daylight. I think like Lux would try to elevate his pen. Yeah, I think it'll be a classic.
I think Surf next is John, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got John 3-0.
I got Surf 2-1.
I got John killing that boy.
I got John with the edge because John don't
against Surf.
I like John, but he don't lose like that.
John's only good against rookies. He's only bodied somebody against rookies.
I think he beat Hollow the Dog pretty well.
Yeah, he beat Hollow.
John did not beat Hollow. Other thing is,
Yeah, John did not beat
I'm
Hollow.
looking.
John did
Yes,
not beat
yes, he
Hollow.
did.
John did not beat Hollow. Yeah, it's barely. It's
You
barely.
said
Yes, he
Facts.
did.
In all honesty, Swag, I think it's really cool that no, we have a lot of, you know, as far as experience of watching, we have a lot of people on different ends of the spectrum. Like I've been watching for a while, you know, and assumedly, I would say, Swag, you probably haven't been watching as long as some of the rest of us, and same thing with Lena. So, you know, like, you know, Yusuf, I think, started watching around the same time I did. Um, you know,
No, you were watching long before me.
well, yeah. I think I picked it back up about the same time you started going in. So I just think it's cool that we have, you know, different perspectives from different ends of watching experience. So I'll say that I think if we saw the daylight that we saw at NOME 10, I don't think a single battle rapper is beating that. I don't think anyone is beating that in that setting.
Yeah, I can't. I think the best matchup for that daylight and it would be rooftop B dot, bro. I think on the rooftop B dot and daylight we got a crazy clash.
I thought him or aggressive Chilla Jones.
The
But even
daylight
those
chiller
two, I
rematch
think,
would
would
be
get
crazy.
fucked up.
I've seen some good Dannies that would give that daylight a run.
Not
too,
fucked
though.
up. No, don't do that.
I don't know about that one.
I haven't.
I don't know about the
I
bar
haven't. And I
guys.
stand Danny hard.
Dates. No.
I stand Danny real hard, but nah, I can't think of
I've
one.
seen some crazy Dannies. I ain't gonna lie, like that.
Danny will get fucked up worse than beat on Rum.
Daylight's
doesn't wanna
booked for
see
two.
that.
He revealed it. He wasn't supposed to reveal it, but he said he had Rum and Twerk already booked. He's got one on Summer Madness and one on the roof. So I'm assuming he got Nitty on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he got Nitty on the roof, which is going to be ugly.
Daylight said he liked Twerk. I watched the interview. He was giving Twerk hella flowers.
He said Rum as Summer Madness, Twerk on the rooftop. That's what he said.
And we'll get a crazy. I think we'll get a crazy Twerk for that one, even though he'll
I
lose
like
the
that
battle.
approach.
Because whenever Twerk is motivated, like you can tell a clear difference in motivation for opponents. Like people that he takes seriously, that he reveres, like JC, fucking Verb, even though he choked. Verb, like, yeah.
Man, I'm done talking about Twerk, honestly.
Bro, I'm
tired of
yeah,
talking
I'm
about
done
Twerk.
with like yeah, I'm done with Twerk, but like okay, so I think it's let's talk about Rum Nitty because he called out Rum Nitty in the battle, and Rum Nitty is, if not the best puncher in battle rap right now, he's up there and he's one of the best right now. Even
Rum's
still,
gonna have to switch it up at least.
that's a
little bit.
matchup
I'm
problem.
gonna need to see at least a little bit more.
I feel like we haven't seen a potent Nitty.
I said a while back, I think Rum's two worst matchups are Hitman Holla in a big stage and Daylight in a small room. Now I'm echoing that sentiment a second time. Rum doesn't want to see that Nitty. Or Rum doesn't want to see
Yeah, I think Nitty needs to take a second and sit down because Nitty's been battling every 4 weeks, like nonstop. Like he's battling Cortez and then he's battling Franchise over here and he's battling JC. Like he battles like on the app every fucking month. So if he sat down and spent like a couple months just writing for Daylight, it could get crazy. It could be a classic. But if he keeps doing this tour,
he prepared for Iron Solid. He knew what time it was.
Yeah. But he had time though. He had time to sit down and prepare. He wasn't battling every like.
And I think Daylight beat Iron Solid.
He's
I
literally
mean, he just
lost his
battled
thing.
DNA he battled DNA like a month before the Iron battle, which is insane still.
Yeah, that battle was crazy.
He smoked DNA.
But still, to write three rounds as good as those rounds were for DNA, and then come back against Nitty with those 3 rounds, or come back against Iron with those 3 rounds, still like ridiculous.
Yeah. And with Daylight's level of writing, I would hope Nitty would like sit down for it. I mean, then again, Nitty and Daylight are like apparently booked at this moment, so apparently he has the time. So I would want to see.
So you guys,
battle.
100% believe Daylight done with the antics?
No, I can't say that.
Daylight said he doesn't do antics in serious or battles that matter, and I believe that.
It depends on the battle. I can see Daylight pulling an antic versus Twerk. I don't think he would do it versus Nitty.
You don't think so?
I don't think he will in Euro, period.
He will. Eventually.
I feel like
no.
I don't know.
No.
He says a lot of shit, so I don't know.
Yeah, Daylight, I don't trust anything Daylight says.
Yeah,
I don't trust anything Daylight says.
A word he says.
He said he wrote 9 rounds for Surf. I mean for Rock.
No, I don't. Yeah, see, like, I don't. Yeah,
he said he wrote 9 rounds and then he
I'm
condensed them all into 3. Like he took the best from all 9 and then made it 3 rounds.
He also said his first round for Rock was going to be like.
I believe it.
18 minutes long, and
Yeah.
Rock's first was longer than, and Rock's first was arguably
20
longer than
minutes.
Jay's first. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All three of Rock's rounds were
Okay,
longer.
rounds was
Actually,
longer. I
times,
gotta find
but
the
same amount of material though.
but I think Rock rapped for like 6 minutes.
That's because Rock
compared to
raps slower though. That's why it's the same
yeah,
amount of
it's just
material. I
'cause
think Rock was just.
he,
I think Rock. I
yeah,
think
I'm
that was
mad.
what I
Let
was
him
like.
was
say
6
eight,
minutes, and then Daylight's first was 4, and then Daylight's second and third were 5, and then Rock's second and third were 4, something like that.
Oh wait, can we talk about this? So Lux yesterday said,
What's up?
"Oh, you got a gat." Well, rat-a-tat-tat. How do we feel about that bar?
It's a bar. That's crazy. And Lux, like, so rat tat tat tat. That's the sound.
I gotta hear it
That's
back.
onomatopoeias.
It's like anime. Before you get to the big arc, you gotta
Oh
start with a
shoot!
little filler.
Oh
And that's
yeah,
like-
they like smoked Rock. SZA, remember he had that rock paper scissor bar,
Yeah.
like the actual singer. SZA tweeted it out. Yeah, he won.
Oh yeah, that's over. It's over. Daylight was trending on Twitter. Like Rock was trending on hip hop Twitter, but Daylight was trending on Twitter.
Daylight's big though. People know Daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, my two friends I was watching with, they don't watch battle rap. They're watching for Daylight. Like I had to
like
explain everything else to them, like the rest of the card.
I mean, I was watching in a different server, and they don't watch battle rap at all. And they're like there's certain guys they love. They didn't like Mike P at all. They love Geechee and Verb, and they love Daylight. And they thought Lux was okay, but they thought Lux was okay.
I watched it with a group of friends on watch battle rap. They loved Rock. Geechee, they loved all the street bars. Everybody that was rapping street bars. My homeboys thought they was the hardest out.
I hated this bar, and y'all gonna know why I hate this bar when I say it. But this shit was fire. JC-ish. I'm up here smoking Rock on the low.
That's hilarious.
I knew you
the
would have
fuck
something to
was
say
he
about
doing
that.
to him?
Geechee had the Anwar bars.
Yeah, that Anwar bar was fire.
Bro, I was so mad at Geechee because he kept saying stuff I had to explain to them for them to understand why it was fire. Because he was like, "It's not Anwar. I can't control the bitch." And I was like, "All right, so Anwar, blah blah." He's like, "I dropped him even though he said not to. My hip hop is real." And I'm like, "All right, so hip hop is real is the energy for Anwar."
Yeah, Geechee had 2 Anwar bars, right? He had the I spoke the twerk like Anwar.
Yeah.
I spoke the twerk, and I had to explain that one because I went crazy for that one.
That's just
Yeah,
fire.
you
I
think
was
I was
like-
Anwar the way I spoke to twerk.
That's fire.
I would assume it's pretty general consensus that we had 10 battle rappers performing on Saturday, and is it safe to say top 3 performances, Daylight at 1, and then interchangeable between Tay Rock and
I
Mike
got
P at 2
Daylight,
and 3?
Rock, Mike P, 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Geechee Verb round out the top 5.
Yeah, so do I.
And then Geechee Verb.
I'll throw Lux 4, but that's my personal.
Nah, Lux was.
I like
in
Lux
my
better than
opinion,
Geechee
Lux
Verb,
was like.
Yeah,
Lux
I
is-
say Lux, Verb, Geechee.
I had Lux
Oh,
slightly
fucking main
below
channel, but I
Surf,
had
so wherever my list is.
Surf was like third from last for me.
Lena had Saga for first.
I had a typo. She meant the police officer that arrested Saga.
Yusuf, I like your list.
Why are you choking like right before or on NOME? How does that happen? How do you choke on NOME?
Ask Saga that. Like Saga choked worse than Surf, but y'all mad at Surf.
Because Surf is Surf. Surf's bigger than the Saga. And Saga's never choked before.
Yeah, but Saga also needed this look. I feel like we should be more mad at
No.
Saga than we are mad at.
I am more mad at Saga than Surf. No, actually, not take it back.
Fonz over Surf.
I have Fonz over Surf.
I like
Fonz didn't choke.
I like Surf second round more than anything Fonz rap yesterday.
How did you put Surf over Jay?
I hated Jay's material first and second.
But he didn't choke.
Because Surf still had bars. Like Surf still rap.
I like Surf's rounds more than anything I heard Fonz say, if I'm being honest.
Nah, but he didn't finish his
Nah.
round, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's-
and then also Fonz
What?
only had 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fonz only had 2 weeks. If you write in 2 weeks for NOME and you come at least with 2 good rounds, I'm not mad at you. But Surf only had 1 good round.
Which bar gave y'all the biggest reaction yesterday though?
The reverse Darwin theory bar.
I'm a very simple guy. I like build ups to a crazy bar. So pizza got me. Elite the features. Joker cut. Pizza. They got me.
Pizza was fire.
For me, Rockabye Baby. That
Reverse-
bar.
Nah, the up the nose bar. Mike's up the nose bar.
Nose was crazy.
The Pizzagate bar was crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody in the car went crazy when he said day by day. Somebody dropped the blunt. Like
Day by day was
wow.
fire. Rock was cooking.
When he said day by day, somebody dropped the blunt. That's how I know he was wild.
They was doing
Yeah, that
they
shit was
was
fire.
doing
That's fire.
cartwheels in
Yeah,
this when he said
day
that
by
day by
day
day
was
bar.
wild.
He said, I'll say day by day.
Seeing a man go ape shit, I reversed the Darwin theory. That's my bar.
I don't know
Yeah.
when Geechee said nigga you was a bitch. That was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna
Nah,
lie.
that was fire because
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, when Mike P said, you know, shit, how you even in this shit? You here? I was wilding, bro. Those 2 words alone.
I like the way he started his third. He started his third with the thing he did for Danny. I was
He
like,
knew.
nah, I'm
He
lying.
fucked
At
up.
this
I
moment,
was like, oh,
he knew. He fucked up.
when he started it with the prepping for Saga, his whole catalog was under. I was like, oh my god, what's he about to do? And then he said, nah, I'm lying.
I'm kind of sick. We didn't get to watch John versus Ill Will. I feel like that'd have been crazy.
I would have been interested in this format. I would have. Will's crazy, bro. I don't know. This would have been interesting.
Illwood doesn't lose.
Yeah, I think Will would have went nuts.
John knows how to win battles, but Illwill doesn't lose battles.
I think John don't really be losing like that either. So that would have been a good match. That's why I was so excited for that matchup because I prefer Will, but John just he's just a winner. I don't know how he always finds a way. Like his opponent will be better than him in like so many areas, and he'll be like still like either make it debatable or win. Like John's like a tactician.
Do you think we'll get that battle at Summer Madness?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we're gonna get that battle, and then Will's gonna be like, Ill got you before you even stepped into the venue, nigga.
My bar of the night was Pebbles Bam Bam, the Flintstone shit from Daylight. That was fire.
All of ours, Daylight.
Yeah, I'm not shocked because they went.
Yeah.
I had pizza.
Mike P bar.
Yeah, pizza was crazy. What did Lux say? Obsolete. You're obsolete.
No, that was
or what, no, you're. Yeah. That was crazy.
Dan's bar of the night was anything Daylight said.
Lux sent some bars at Daylight at the end of his round. I thought they were crazy. I forgot what they were, but I know I was going crazy when he said it.
Fucking weird.
I'm gonna watch back Lux and Surf soon as I get off of here.
I remember he looked back at Surf like, "You still here?" And I just thought,
hey, when you rewatch it,
yeah, the tablet bar. Dan said the tablet bar that Daylight said against Rock. That was
he said
nuts.
everything I saying scripted.
Oh, you Dracula. I wonder what nigga you gonna suck next. It all makes sense.
You said that before.
Mike's Saga flips were dope in general, but I think Saga had a bar at the end of his third round. It was the Tamir Rice, Tamir Trash. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. That was
if you
cool.
guys heard that.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Saga, I think, was probably really stressing about making sure that third round was perfect before perfecting the first 2 rounds that he had. That's just what it looked like to me. I don't know if that was true, but
even then he was still stumbling in the
yeah,
third,
and he was still stumbling in the third. But yeah, very important message that that Saga was coming with. So, applause to him for saying what he had to say. How in general, so this is the second card, the third technically event that Caffeine has done with the URL, with Genesis and Ultimate Madness. How do we feel about the way Caffeine did it? How do we feel about the card in general?
Bring Avocado back.
Way better than Genesis.
I don't like the fact that they didn't use Avocado when they were in LA. I don't like that.
Surf microphone kept cutting out. I think every time he walked in a certain spot, it
the
kept cutting
audio
out.
had me tight the entire.
Yeah, Lux's hoodie was fun. It sounded like Hitman's chains.
That's more on Lux than Caffeine, though, to me.
I'm glad they didn't interrupt him, but I really wish somebody would have interrupted him and be like, yo, Lux, Mike. But
that's on Lux.
Yeah.
I'm just happy it was better than Genesis.
Yeah, it was much better than Genesis.
Well, Genesis was just because they underestimated how many people were actually going to watch the battle rap event. Like, they were like, okay, like 2,000 people, cool.
When you watch it on the app, it looks actually really good.
Yeah, it's just the stream. They couldn't handle all those people because they weren't prepared to. Because they didn't know how many battle rap fans.
I also think the performances on NOME X were just much better overall.
Yeah.
Other than I think John's performance from Genesis is the only thing that would compare.
Geechee was cool on Genesis.
I think Geechee's second was dope to me versus Doric. His first was okay, and his third was okay. The second was really the only round I go
You'd have
back
thought
to
I
from
was
that battle.
Anyar the way I
T Top
talked
had
to
a good
twerk.
second at Genesis.
Yeah, Top and Arse was cool.
Yeah, T Top had a good second at Genesis.
Like, Geechee,
And don't forget,
Geechee's
we talking about
stupid.
Genesis. Don't forget ethnicity.
Oh man.
F in the
Oh
city.
god.
Ethnicity.
They said that ain't no reach.
F in the
What's wrong
city.
with chess, bro?
Ain't no reach. Ethnicity. He ran it back and said, ain't no reach.
Chess's best bar that battle was him
That's the
burping.
demon.
Trying to get the demon out. That was the demon.
That's the demon.
That's fire.
Who did
No,
Chess go
that's
against at
it.
Genesis?
John,
John,
and he
John.
died.
John die.
He died. That's a
John,
fact.
John. Yeah, he did.
So how do we feel about at NOME 10? They did something that I've never seen in a battle, is do a one-shot clean 360 around the battlers. How do we feel about that?
It was cool. It was
I like
cool.
that.
That was,
I thought it was fire.
it was cool when Rock was staring at daylight and then they did the 360 around. I thought that was hard.
It's cool, but once we get crowds again, it's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a crazy shot when it pans over the entire crowd.
They can't do it sometimes because sometimes they lose focus of the battler that's actually
Mhm.
rapping. Like I noticed
Yeah.
they would focus. Like I think who was it? I think it was when Daylight was rapping. They focused a bit too much on Rock when they did the 360.
Yeah, they
And-
did.
And I was like, damn, because Daylight was
I think it looked cool though. It's an effect you never seen before in the battle.
Yeah, so I applaud Caffeine for trying something new and doing it from that angle, but I echo what everyone else says in that, bro, you need to have Avocado and you need to have JB and you need to have people in the culture that are
You
there.
need Twiz.
Like,
Bring Twiz back.
if not Avocado, then Twiz, then not then bring just Black Market Media. That's fine. too.
yeah, Twiz, like
They're in
Twiz as
Cali-
well.
They're in Cali. Why isn't Avocado there?
Yeah, like I don't know. I thought that was very weird. I don't know. I didn't like that. But yeah, again, applause to them for trying something new and trying to put on and at the end of the day, this is hard. And when you're part of the media and when you're a media company, and you're trying to put something on, you're always looking for new ways to innovate, new ways to give a different view and perspective and go places that we as the viewer would otherwise not go. So that's something that they did, and I applaud that. But yeah, overall, much better event I thought than Genesis. Much better run. The
24 hours.
Yeah, the battlers came with it, and even if we got that John versus Ill Will battle, I think it would have only been like maybe an extra half hour, extra hour. Still very manageable. So, what with COVID, what do we want to see from Summer Madness or Rookies versus Vets?
Small room, just like a small room, 200 people in the room. Do it in New York
Yeah.
first of all.
They're probably not gonna do a small.
Yeah, because Battle
they're
Rap
not gonna do
needs
a
to come
small
back
room.
to New York. I don't know why they're going all over the place and forgetting where they came from. They need to come back to New York and do an event out here and let 16-year-olds.
16-year-olds can't even get into normal URL vets. Why would they let
But
you
no.
in a small room?
16.
Summer Madness should be I think in New York, but Rookies are his vets. They can literally do that anywhere. They can do that in the Caffeine, like the Ultimate Madness room.
There's gonna be no crowd anyway, so it doesn't even matter where they hold it.
Yeah.
That's true. There's no crowd then. Like a summer, like I feel like you could do a NOME with no crowd, but a Summer Madness with no crowd would just be awkward as hell.
In New York, they can have a crowd out here.
No,
They can have a crowd out here.
I'm gonna be the only one.
I feel like we were robbed of a classic with no crowd. Like if Day and Rock had a crowd,
I disagree. I think it was better because there was no crowd.
We got the bars only edit version of it early. We just got the bars only edit.
That's fire.
I feel like the crowd adds to it. Like you need the crowd. Like Rock cooking, and then after every round, after every bar, the crowd going crazy.
The crowd was fuck up Daylight's rapping. Then mess up.
Rock shit would have went crazy with the crowd, but Daylight would have been stopping every couple bars with the crowd. Which like you can't blame them because he was wilding. Like I would have been in there. What? Like, I was like middle row. What? Like I would have been every fucking bar just yelling.
I thought it got annoying, like in between rounds. I felt like I was waiting a long time, but other than that, it was fine. In between battles, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you brought that up, Liam, because I think that's something that they really need to address is the wait time between. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm not listening to what, the people in between the battles have to say. I'm here to watch battles. I'm not here for, like, 17 minutes worth of commentary. Like, for example, if you look at, like, an NBA basketball game broadcast, a halftime show is typically, 5 to 7 minutes? and then some commercials, like you're not gonna. I'm not sitting around for 15 to 30 minutes worth of commentary on something I just saw. I want to get into the next battle. I understand wait times, and five minutes is fine, but like at the end of the day, like I'm trying to watch battles. How do we feel about that?
I wasn't mad at it. I'm certain they got a lot to do in the background, like between those.
Yeah, I think they got to
Yeah,
get the mics ready. You
the
got to make
battle.
sure the
Like I
rappers are
understand it.
ready.
I don't think they're doing it because they want to, so I'm not mad at it.
Well, again, I was watching with people that had never seen an event before, so like they were really bored between every battle.
Yeah,
They
the
were just
whole
like,
time we was waiting, everybody's kind of like, yo, what's going on? Like, why is there no battle?
yeah, they were asking me like I was like avocado or something.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
yeah,
telling them
they're
like
like, when the
I'm not
battle's
there. I
coming,
don't
bro. And
really,
I'm like, I
I
don't
can't
know,
tell you
bro. We're
what's
trying
going
as hard as we
on.
can.
Yeah, I'm used to the wait though, because like obviously like with the last couple of events, like when we were doing Watch Battle Live, it'd be like what 30 minutes between battles.
And it would just be all facts by Geechee Gotti on repeat the whole
That's a
30
banger
minutes.
though.
So I'm glad they
This is
stopped.
the
That's a
first
banger.
time an event started on time, like on time, on time. That's incredible, man. So what? I'm not mad at the wait time.
You hate the music? I like the music between battles, Dan. I
It
like
was
it.
cool, but they like played the same songs over and over again.
I'm with Dan. I hated that music,
Playing the same songs over and over gets annoying, but like
except for Banner.
They play random Geechee Gotti song, then they'd play like probably like the Calico song, and they play like a song from one of the battlers that's about to
They
battle,
play some surf
and
on
then
there.
they're gonna
They play Funky by Pass and Frack, and then they'll come back to Geechee.
It is the same playlist. It's a little stressful.
I don't blame Avocado. Promote that to Ruin Your Day album. Like keep promote whichever Ruin Your Day album's the newest one at the time. But damn, that's why they debuted Oasis.
yeah, and Oasis is fire. I'm not gonna front Oasis fire. So I think that's all on NOME. Does anyone have anything else that they want to add? Anything they want to promote? What we got going on?
Very, very weird thing I noticed. Like 3 people had AI bars. Like Jaden Nightwing had an AI bar, and then Mike
Yeah.
P had an AI bar, and then a third person, I think, was it Lux? Had
I think it was Daylight.
AI bar, yeah. It was Mike P, Jaden Nightwing, and somebody else all had AI bars.
I thought that was weird too.
Like, when they were all Allen Iverson artificial intelligence bars. It was really weird.
Father Egypt versus Young God Swag. Winner goes to the next event to battle for $150. So wish me luck. Yeah. Also salute to Hula and Goofies. They also battling.
Phenomenart.
I'm battling my nigga from LOD as well. I'm LOD. Want to point that out. On the 16th, that's in 4 days. And then I'm supposed to be battling this nigga Appa in a 2-on-2, but we don't know what's happening with that.
That's gonna be a movie, maybe,
Ain't
or
nobody
it might be a
prepped for
cancel
that.
movie.
Ain't nobody prepped for that.
Yeah, we
I'll be
got
honest
I
with you.
don't know. Me and Sense, bro. Me and Lockhart, we ready, bro. Like not ready.
Y'all ain't prepped shit. I know for a fact you ain't prepped shit. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Appa.
but by like the next 2 days, bro, we'll have a crazy round.
You're gonna die.
Well, besides on the same day that 2-on-2, the Reach 2-on-2 is scheduled, I have a real battle that same day in Vabs versus KP. What else I got? I got Kid Taurus. Got Kid Taurus on RRC Prove Yourself card, which is looking like the biggest card of the year. So I'm hyped for that. And the performance of the night probably get big. And I think that's about it. Well, I got a band. I can't talk about that. So.
Starlex, what do you got going on in your life?
I'm just clocking out of work right now. About to roll the blunt and watch this Surf and Loaded Lux, because I don't really think I got into Lux rounds how I should have.
Okay, all right. That sounds like that's a good expenditure of a Sunday.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Let's see, who do we Lena, what you got going on in your life? What do you got to promote?
To promote,
Yeah. Or just what
I'm
you got
working
going
on
on
a
in life.
song, but that's it. To promote.
Okay.
So are you guys is battle rappers? Or like a good amount of y'all, or
I'm top tier.
I think everyone here everyone here except for maybe Sauce has battled.
Y'all want to plug me some battles? Are y'all nice?
I mean, shit. Me and Swag are battling today.
Yeah. Somebody plug me.
Go,
I'm trying
bro.
to support. I'm trying to see
I'm
who
the
nice.
go. I ain't lost the battle
Yeah.
yet.
Hey,
I'm gonna watch both.
Sauce, what you got going on in life?
I ain't got shit. Just chilling, bro.
Okay.
Just chilling.
Okay. Yeah, so again, myself and Smoking on Goofies, we have a battle coming up later today. You can check that out on YouTube. Talk Your Shit, Swag God, Father Egypt, same thing. Battle going down on Talk Your Shit for the tournament, for the Elevate tournament. And then the winner of those battles goes to the finals for a $150 cash prize. Also, eventually, and I don't have a date when, I was supposed to put it out back in May. I got an album coming out called The Graduate 2. You can catch that on streaming eventually.
I support.
It'll come out when it comes out. Very slow process. But with that being said, on behalf of everybody here, we thank you for joining us. We're still trying to get our podcast up where you can listen to podcasts, but for now, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Don't forget to leave your comments that are better than Swag's surf defense. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to post on subreddit. Give us a few upvotes if you want. And let us know what episodes you want us to cover in the future. Because again, we do this for y'all. We do this for y'all. We like this. We really enjoy talking about battle rap, and we hope you enjoy listening to us. So let us know what you want to talk about. With that being said, I'm Hula. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and please be safe out there. Wear a mask. Amen, y'all.
Take it to church. Take it to church.
Love, take me where I need to be.